We're going to start in a nice comfortable seat and start to tune into your breath. Listen to your breath, what you've shown up with on the mat, so you begin to arrive fully. You inhale deeply, fill yourself up sideways between your shoulder blades, a three-dimensional breath. And as you exhale, let it go. And inhale deeply and exhale completely. And start to breathe across the back of your throat. Begin to turn on to your ujjayi breath. And maybe take a moment to set an intention. And an intention is going to guide you through the practice with your breath. It gives you a direction and a sense of purpose. And let your inhale bring more length into your spine. 2 more deep breaths. And inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Flip your palms up, interlace your hands, and gather some length here. Take another deep breath here, and exhale, round and curl the spine. Push your hands forward. Inhale, lift, reach your arms up. And exhale, round and curl, press your hands forward. One more time. Inhale, lift, gather length. And exhale, round and curl, belly back, hands forward. And then inhale, come back up. And release your hands down by your sides. And start to draw some circles with your chest, seated cat-cow. And reverse your circles. And slowly come back to center. And inhale, reach up again with your arms. And exhale, find a twist to the right. Left hand on top of the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, you sit tall and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, you twist a little deeper. Last deep breath here. You're going to root the sit bone down, reach the right fingertips towards the direction of your left knee. One more deep breath here. You bring the right hand down, left arm over to the right. Breathe into the left side body, rooting the sit bone down. Slowly come back. Switch the crossing of your feet. Take a breath and reach your arms up, gather length. And then exhale, twist over to the left. Sit tall as you inhale and twist a little more as you exhale. And breathe here. Rooting your sit bone down. And start to extend the left arm over towards the direction of your right knee. Breathe into the left side body. And slowly bring the left hand down and right hand over to the left. Rooting that right sit bone down. Breathe into the right side body. And then slowly come back to center. You're going to shift your way forward, coming to your hands and knees. And start to move into your cat-cows here. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round and curl the spine. Maybe pull back to child's pose if that feels nice for your low back. And then stay back in child's pose. Stretch your fingertips forward, pull your hips back, and breathe here. Wrap your outer arms down. And then slowly come back to a neutral spine, your hands and knees. And then stretch your left toes back and start to hover the left foot off the floor. And pull the low belly in. You're flexing the left foot a lot, like you're pushing the back wall away from you. And start to float the right fingertips forward. Breathe. Slowly set the right hand down, left knee down. Now stretch the right toes back. Flow the right toes off. Lift the low belly and then start to extend the left fingertips forward. And come back to your breath. You're still breathing. Gaze forward slightly. And you slowly come back to your hands and knees. Walk your hands forward a couple inches, lift your hips, press back to your first down dog. And maybe you bend one knee at a time, walk it out. Maybe you sway your hips side to side. And if you have any ritual that you'd like to take, your first down dog, you're more than welcome to move wherever feels nice. Just getting into the calves, the back of your body, and then start to move into a stillness in your downward facing dog. Wrap your outer arms down, lift the hips a little higher, press your chest closer towards your thighs. And maybe you melt the heels down and then walk the hands back to your feet, coming to a forward fold. And you can stay here, sway side to side, just letting your arms, your hands hang. You can grab onto the opposite elbows. And some of us might even like to wrap the arms behind the knees and let your head hang. If you want to go deeper, you can cross your wrists at the back of your leg and then hold on to the opposite ankles. Let your chest touch your thighs, letting the head melt down towards the floor. And let the weight come forward a little bit into the balls of the feet so you're not leaning on your heels. And breathe here for just a couple more. And gently release the hands down. Take a breath in, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. And release the arms down by your sides. Good. Inhale, reach all the way up. Find some expansion. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway to Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now arms by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, release down. And walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Come back to your breath here. And inhale, glide forward into your plank pose. Your shoulders should stack right above your wrists. Your legs are strong. You're lifting through the low belly. And then hug the lower ribs into the body. Collarbones open wide. And gaze forward slightly. And hug your muscle to the bone. Breathe. Push the floor away. Are you breathing? And slowly press back to downward facing dog. And inhale, glide forward, back to plank. Shift your way forward. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Flip your toes, walk your hands back another inch. And then press the top of the feet down, press your toes down, lift your kneecaps, legs are active. Press your pelvic bones down into the earth. And inhale, gaze forward. Lead with your heart. Lengthen the sternum forward. Keep sliding the shoulders down. Hands scrubbing back towards your ribs, towards your hips to extend the sternum forward. And slowly lower down. You're going to slide back to your chest and chin. And then push back to child's pose. Come back to your breath. Downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, and this time we're going to lower down to our knees, chest and chin, A-limb pose. Hug your elbows in. And your inhale, you slither through to your Bhujangasana Cobra. Good. Light on your hands, hug your elbows in. You're going to reach your hands back, interlace your hands on your lower back. Before you start to straighten your arms, broaden the collarbones first. And then straighten the arms, reaching through the feet, start to hover. And roll the weight onto the belly button. One more deep breath. And then slowly come down. Switch the interlacing of your hands. Good. Inhale, lift the sternum forward. Toes are reaching back. Your energy is reaching for the opposite direction. And slowly come down. Bring the hands by the floating ribs. Slide back to A-limb pose and child's pose. Downward facing dog. Smooth out your breath here. And inhale, slide forward, all the way forward. Shoulders are beyond the wrists. And exhale to chaturanga. Finish your exhale here. Inhale to your upward facing dog. And exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Good. Again. Inhale, glide forward. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog. And exhale, come back to down dog. Smooth out your breath. Lift the heels and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart, arms by your side. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, Chaturanga. Step back, float back. Inhale to your up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And breathe here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart, arms by your sides. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. And exhale, Chaturanga. If you're floating back, make sure you're landing, bend elbows. Moving through Vinyasa, we meet in downward facing dog. Smooth out your breath here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, lengthen Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart, arms by your sides. Again, inhale, arms up. Maybe a little back bend if that feels nice. And exhale, Uttanasana, fold down. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. And exhale, you're going to step back to a plank pose. And start to hover the right toes about an inch off the floor. This shouldn't change your form very much. Breathe. And next breath in, lift the right leg up, open up your right hip. And you're gonna make sure that you're not crunching the left side of your waist. So you want to press that right shoulder down a little. You're only twisting from the waist down. I know this is a little hard. And as you exhale, bring the right knee to the right tricep. Inhale, send it back. And then exhale, cross the body over to the left and tap. And inhale, send the right leg back straight. Right toes turned down. Exhale, knee to nose, maybe the forehead. Gaze forward, step forward, and lower the left knee down. And then you're going to walk the right foot forward a little bit. And then interlace your hands on top of the right knee. And just take a couple deep breaths here. Lift the low belly. And then reach your arms up. Right hand reaching for the left wrist. And then a little side body stretch over to the right. Breathe into your left side body. Maybe sink a little deeper into the hips. Slowly come back to center and then find a gentle back bend here. Really gather length. And you're not dumping into the low back. Release your hands. And then bring the hands to your heart. Find a twist over to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee. And then lift the heart to the thumb. So broaden across your chest. Maybe sink a little deeper into the hips. Slowly come back. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Maybe now the shoulders are low, palms can touch. And then bring the hands down. Take it to your Vinyasa. And we meet in downward facing dog. Then come back to plank. Hover the left toes about an inch or two off the floor. And then inhale, send the left leg back up. Open up the left hip. And press the left shoulder down so you're not crunching that right side of your waist. And one more inhale. And exhale, tap the left knee to the outside of your left arm. Inhale, send the left leg back, open up your hip. And then exhale, cross the body, twist over to the right. Inhale, send the left leg back. And exhale, knee to nose. Step forward lightly. Draw the right knee down. And you're going to walk the left foot forward a little. Bring the hands on the left knee and just settle into this pose for a couple deep breaths. When you're ready, reach your arms up. Now left hand reach for the right wrist, side body over to the left. So you breathe into your right side body. We start to gather length on the right side. Find expansion. And then slowly come back to center and find a little back bend here. Not dumping into the low back. Lift the sternum up. And then release the hands, maybe palms touch. Bring the hands to the heart. Twist over to the left. Right elbow outside the left knee. And lift the heart to the thumbs. Breathe. Hug the left hip back. Sink a little bit deeper into the left hip. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands down. Take it to your Vinyasa. And we meet back in downward facing dog. And come back to your breath here. Glide forward to plank, hover the right foot, and then send the right leg back, open up the right hip, exhale, right knee over to the right, send it back, and exhale, cross the body over to the left, send the right leg back, and exhale, knee forward, step forward, and then bend the left knee a lot, bring the hands to your hips, come up to a high lunge, your crescent pose. So keep the left knee bent so we can lift the low belly up and sending your tailbone down towards your heel. And then interlace your hands, release the index finger, reach your arms up to the sky. So reaching strongly through the arms. And maybe you bend a little deeper into the right knee and start to lift the left inner thigh up to the sky to straighten the back leg. Maybe you can gaze up to your thumbs if it doesn't bother your neck. And then bring the hands behind you. Interlace your hands. Release the index finger. And breathe across your chest, your collarbones. Take another breath in, and then exhale, fold forward, and keep reaching your fingers back, and maybe over the head. You can rest that right shoulder on the right thigh, and then release your hands. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart. You're going to find a twist over to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee. And same thing here. You're going to hug the right hip back. Your left leg is super strong. Oops, I lost my balance. It's okay. You just come back up. And maybe you have a different variation with your arms. Maybe you stay in prayer. And then maybe reach the right fingertips forward. And let's come back down. Send the right leg high to one-legged down dog. And then exhale, one-legged chaturanga. Vinyasa and downward facing dog. And then slowly come back to plank. Hover the left toes and then send the left leg up. Open up the hip and exhale over to the left. Inhale, send it back. Exhale over to the right. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, step forward, bend the right knee a lot, hands on your hips to rise up to crescent pose. Lift the low belly up, neutralize the low back, and then reach strongly through the arms, interlace your hands, release your index finger, and switch up the interlacing of the hands, so it's a little funky on this side. And start to straighten the back leg by lifting the right inner thigh up to the sky. And then interlace your hands behind you. Breathe across your collarbones. Just open up that front of your body. And then exhale, fold forward. You can rest the left shoulder on the left thigh. Maybe bring the arms over the head. And then slowly rise up. Reach your arms back up. Take a breath in. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Twist over to the left. And then maybe you stay here. Hug the left hip back, strong back leg. Maybe you have a variation with your arms that you want to practice. And maybe bring the left arm over the head. And slowly bring your arms down. Step the left foot back, one-legged down dog. And exhale, one-legged chaturanga. Moving through Vinyasa, downward facing dog. And smooth out your breath here. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Lower the left heel down. We're going to prepare ourselves up for warrior one. So reach your arms up. Make sure that left hip comes forward. Right hip hugs back. And then soften the ribs in. Breathe. Come down to the floor, take your vinyasa, and downward facing dog. And you're going to move on to the left side, prepare for warrior one. And reach your arms up and roll that left hip back, right hip forward, and press firmly into the pinky edge of your right foot. And then come down to the floor, take a vinyasa, and let's meet in downward facing dog. Okay. Smooth out your breath, please. Lift the heels, travel to the top. Inhale, lengthen Ardha. Exhale, fold. And inhale, that's coming to our Uttanasana, chair pose. Breathe in, sit a little deeper, and then come up to standing, hands by your heart. And slide the arms by your sides. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale to chair. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, lengthen and prepare. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And that same exhale to down dog, you're going to step the right foot forward, left heel down. Take an entire inhale to come up to warrior one. Maybe palms touch. Breathe a little bit more at the top. And then exhale takes you to chaturanga. Moving through your vinyasa. And that exhale to down dog, left foot forward, right heel down. Use your entire inhale to come up to warrior one. A little bit more air at the top. Exhale to your chaturanga. And moving through vinyasa, and downward facing dog. And breathe. And come back to that ujjayi breath. And really slow down the breath here. And inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale to chair pose. And exhale, push up to standing. Hands to your heart, arms by your sides. And inhale to chair. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen, prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left heel down. And inhale, rise up to warrior one. Breathe in a little more at the top. And exhale, moving through your chaturanga. You take your time to down dog. And you step the left foot forward, right heel down. And use your inhale to come up to warrior one. More air at the top, please. And exhale, come all the way down. Moving through vinyasa, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath here, ujjayi breath. And you travel to the top. And exhale, you fold all the way down. And inhale to chair. And exhale, push up to standing, hands to your heart, arms by your sides. We're going to move into Malasana, so walk your feet out to the edge of your mat. And then turn your toes out. And moving to Malasana, yogi squat. So we want to extend the tailbone down towards the floor and the crown of the head up to the sky. And lift the sternum up to your thumbs. And then maybe you stay here. Maybe you want to open up. You bring that right hand down, left arm up, and pressing to the pinky edge of your feet. Maybe you move into a bind. And if you want to come up to a standing balance, your root down the left foot. Keep a steady gaze and slowly come up to stand. This is not a Birds of Paradise, more like a modified Birds of Paradise. And then you're going to slowly come down and unwind. Come back to center. And then left hand down and right arm up, and it's open up to the other side. Maybe you stay. Maybe you bind. If you're binding, maybe moving to a standing balance, root down the right foot and walk your left foot in. Keep a steady gaze. It's okay if you fall. You just come back and do it again. Finding your bind and then rooting the right foot down. Keep your steady gaze. Slowly start to rise. And breathe. You slowly come down, come back to your Malasana. And from here, we're going to move into Bakasana, crow pose. So plant your hands down and then hug the knees into the upper arms. Big toes touch, squeeze the heels to the butt and shoot back chaturanga. Moving through up dog, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath here. And then step the right foot forward, left heel down, and open up to your warrior two. So make sure that you're pressing into the pinky edge of your left foot. And then give that left arm a little bit more juice. Reaching to the left shoulder. The belly is engaged. And cultivating all the quality of a warrior here. Courage, focus, determination. Continue to breathe. And then reverse your warrior. Bend a little deeper into the right knee. And you're going to move into your extended side angle. Reach the right hand forward and down. Maybe you have a block underneath the right hand. You're going to bring it outside the right foot. And then externally rotate that top arm and bring the arm by your ear. And inhale, you lengthen, expand. And exhale, you twist a little bit deeper. So rotate the chest up to the ceiling, up to the sky. And then bring the hands down, come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, a reverse triangle pose. So plugging the thigh bone into the hip socket. And start to lean forward, cut your hips back, moving into triangle pose. Maybe hand on the block. And lean back a little. And now we're moving into our half moon. And if you have a block, bring the block with you. And then start to lift the left heel, maybe parallel to your hips, maybe a little higher. So we want to stack our chest, but not our hips. And that top hip rolls forward a little. And you want to open up your half moon here. Keep opening up your legs. And gracefully, with control, slowly step back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, we mill your hands down. Take a vinyasa. And down dog. And then step the left foot forward, right heel down. And we mill the right arm open for warrior two. So same thing here, we're cultivating the qualities of a warrior. Focus, courage, determination. Soften the shoulders a little, pull the belly in. Roll onto the pinky edge of your right foot. Maybe bend the left knee a little deeper. And inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand down, left arm up. Breathe into your left side body. Bend a little deeper into the left knee. And then slowly we're going to move into your extended side angle. Bring a block outside your left foot. Or maybe you can bring the elbow onto the left knee. Right arm up to the ceiling, to the sky. And then externally rotate that arm and bring it by your ear. Mantras here becomes inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist a little more. And then slowly come back to warrior two. Press into your back foot. Straighten the left leg. Inhale, reverse your triangle pose. Breathe into the left side body. And then exhale, cut your hips back. Whoops. Cut your hips back. And you're going to reach forward. The left hand down on the block outside the left foot. Coming to triangle pose. And lean the chest back, lean the head back. Half moon. Walk the left hand forward, maybe a block with you. And then find your drishti, a focal point that doesn't move, and fix your gaze on it. You can keep your gaze down, maybe gaze towards the right, maybe gaze up to the ceiling, and open up the half moon a little more. Stack your chest. Make sure the left toes point forward, left knee point forward. Don't let them knock in here. And with grace, slowly step back to Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill your hands down. Take a Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Good job, guys. Breathe. Come back to your breath. And then let's travel to the top of the mat, to a seat. And let's do a little core here. So coming to Navasana, bow pose. You can keep your knees bent like knee or straight. And then hover Ardha and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Keep going. And exhale, lift. A few more. And then interlace the hands over to the right. A little twist here, working on your oblique. You bring the arms over to the left, outside the left thigh, and continue. Just a few more. And then bring the knees in, hug the knees in, lengthen the spine, stretch out your belly. And you can tell how much I don't like doing core. Cross your feet, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Smooth out your breath. Right leg up, inhale, and exhale, step forward. Let's move into our half pigeon. I like to bring a block under my right hip so I can keep my right shin parallel to the top of my mat. And you want to keep that right foot flexed, so not sickling at the ankle. You're going to stay here and breathe for a little while. Just really getting to that right hip, maybe sending your breath towards the right hip. And you slowly walk yourself up, tuck the back toes under, inhale, send the right leg high, open up your right hip, and let's flip our dog into the wild thing. And stay here and breathe. A little heart opening here, find some expansion in the front of your body. And then come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, and exhale to your half pigeon on the left side. And you can slide the block over under the left hip. Make sure you flex the left foot to protect your knee. Either you can stay up or you can walk your hands forward to fold. Come back to your breath and breathe into the left hip. So wherever we pay our attention, that's where the breath is going to go. So we want to focus on the left hip here, just really sending fresh oxygen there. Are you breathing? Slowly walk yourself up and then tuck the back toes under. Inhale, you're going to lift the left leg back up, open up the left hip, flip your dog into the wild thing. Breathe. And then you slowly come back to your downward facing dog. And jump forward, inhale, and exhale, fold. And inhale, root to rise, reach your arms up, and exhale, hands to your heart. And it's coming to a standing balance. You're going to sit. So you're going to bring your right knee to the hip level and then cross the right ankle to the left knee. And coming to a figure 4. You're going to just melt in this pose here for a couple breaths. Bring the hands to your heart. And then we're going to twist over to the left. Bring the right elbow underneath your right foot. Hands to prayer. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you want to open the arms wide. And then sit the hips down a little lower. Navel to spine. Bring the hands back. Come back to center. And then we're going to bring the hands down. We're going to moving into a arm balance, flying pigeon. You're going to root the palms down to the floor and then hook the right toes into the left arm. And start to flow the back leg up. Gaze forward. Lift the sternum forward. And then come back down. Come back to your figure 4. And then slowly come up. Then shake out your legs. Shake them out. We're going to move on to the left side and bring the left knee up. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Sit back into your figure 4 and just adjust however you like. And then melting here just for maybe one more deep breath. And you'll cross the left elbow over to the right, underneath that left sole. Maybe hands to prayer, and maybe you open up. And you're going to notice that your right side and your left side are going to feel very different. I'm always tighter on my left side, so I'm not able to reach my left hands down to the floor here. And then come back to the center, and come into your arm balance, flying pigeon. Root the hands down, hook the left toes really firmly into the right outer arm, and then start to flow the the right leg up. Slowly come back down, and slowly rise back up, bring the left foot down, and shake it out. Our last flow, inhale, arms up, exhale, fold all the way down. And then coming to a crow. And shoot back to your chaturanga. And we meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift forward. Exhale, jump through to a seat. And we're going to come into our back bends. So lay down. Let's bring a block underneath your sit bone. And you're going to walk your feet back so you can grab onto your ankles. You're going to flex your feet a lot. And then hug your knees in like there's a block between your knees. And stay here and breathe. And then slowly release. Bring that block down. Gently round your spine down. Hug your knees in. And just rock side to side. We're going to come into 2 more back bends. You can stay with bridge, or if you have a Urdhva Dhanurasana, you bring the hands by your ears. I like to come up to the balls of my feet because I'm not very flexible and it helps me to lift a little higher. And you don't have to come up to the balls of the feet if it doesn't serve you. But for me, it feels great. And then slowly make your way down. And just rest for a bit before we move on to the third one. And then you walk your feet in. Hands by your ears. And you're going to rise up to the top of your head. And then push up. Are you breathing here? Push a little harder, and then slowly come back down. You can hug your knees in, start to rock side to side. Then coming to a little inversion. You're going to bring your feet up to the ceiling and then over your head for plow. And bring the hands to your lower back, or maybe interlace them behind you. If you want to go into a shoulder stand, hands to the low back, extend your feet up. And make sure that the weight is all on the shoulders and not on your neck. Keep reaching through the balls of your feet up to the ceiling, up to the sky. And just slowly lower down and gently round your spine down one vertebrae at a time. Keep your legs and the feet lifted. You're going to slowly lower down all the way down to the floor with your legs straight. Lots of control. Good. And Matsyasana, fish pose. Hands underneath your butt, palms face down. And then puff up your chest. Crown of the head come down to the floor. Then tuck your chin, slowly round down. And hug your knees into your chest. Slowly rock side to side. And happy baby. And with the options of a straddle if the legs and hips are extra happy here. Make sure your tailbone doesn't curl up too much. And then release your happy baby. And that's coming to a twist. Cross the left knee over the right knee. Left hand reach for the top of your right foot. So give yourself a little quad stretch here in your twist. Continue to breathe. And then slowly come back to center. Cross the right knee over the left knee. And the right hand reach for the top of your left foot. In your twist here. Breath is smooth. Come back to center and hug yourself into a little ball here. Hug yourself a little tighter. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. You're moving to your Shavasana. And arms down by your sides. And open the feet a little wider. Take up some space. And then come back to that natural rhythm of your breath. A smooth, easy breath. Let your collarbones open wide. And your entire body melting down to the floor. Slowly start to deepen your breath. And let your awareness come back to your body. Maybe wiggle your toes, your fingertips. You're going to stretch your arms back. Stretch your toes. Give yourself a big stretch. Rotate the wrists, the ankles. And just walk your feet in, roll to one side. And you can gently press yourself up to a seat and bring the hands to your heart. We'll seal today's practice with an Om. Take a deep breath in. I hope this vibration carries you into the rest of your day. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. See you next time.